Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to WBON TV, live at Madison Central High School for some holiday hoops action on this Tuesday evening, a doubleheader for you in Richmond. And our first game tonight, the rivalry renewed between the Madison Central Lady Indians and the Madison Southern Lady Eagles. I'm Michael Watkins, along with Jamie Boggs. And Jamie, you guys got things started for us last week with a couple of blowout wins for the Madison Central girls over Rockcastle County and Madison Southern's boys over Model. And these two games tonight, some rivalries. You look in the nightcap, you got Central boys versus Scott County, one of the oldest rivalries in the 11th region. And here, this one's also an old rivalry, in-county foes, Madison Southern, Madison Central.
Yeah, I think if you ask folks from either of these teams, they're going to tell you everything feels like the preseason until they play each other. So they've both been getting ready for this game, and in a lot of ways, I think it's going to set the tone for both teams for the rest of the year.
I like this game being early in the year, too, because you know, sometimes it can take you a little bit to kind of get into a rhythm, and for these two teams, you got to go out there. You do not want to lose to your in-county rival, your in-county foe, and that early season matchup always puts a little bit more of an added pressure on an early season game than, let's say, if this was against, you know, a team out of Pulaski County like they played or wherever else it might be. And right now, the two teams kind of in different ways, playing the game in different places, because Central undefeated 5-0, Madison Southern 1-2. Now there are reasons behind that slow start for the Lady Eagles. When you look at the injuries that they've already suffered early on in the season or in the preseason, with Brianna Hensley, who's out with an ankle injury, and also Hadley French, one of the best players in the 11th region, tore her ACL, had a very serious surgery in the offseason. They're hoping that she is back by sometime in mid-January. But until those girls come back, I don't think you can really test or examine what this Madison Southern team can be until they get fully healthy.
And I know you wouldn't opt for that to happen, but in that scenario, it allows you to play other people, to mature those younger players. Four of their top 6 players as far as minutes go are freshmen.
Yeah.
So a lot of youth, but they're getting experience they would not otherwise get. So if and when they get those players back, they're going to have a deeper bench with more experience and more ready to compete, I think.
Kind of compare it to throwing a rookie quarterback into an NFL game. You know, they might not be ready, but trial by fire. Let them go out there, experience this stuff, and maybe some of these girls, once those two players come back, won't get as much playing time. But let's say you're in a district tournament game, Hadley French gets into foul trouble. Well, now you've got somebody that's played a bunch that can come in and fill that void for you if needed.
And they are talented. A lot of these freshmen played a lot last year as 8th graders on a really good team and a really tight district championship game against Central. Now, I will say, watching Central play on Tuesday, you and I were kind of talking off the air. Natea Strader, when at the Rockcastle game, did absolutely anything she wanted to do with the basketball. No matter what Rockcastle did, I think she's taken a big step forward into her senior year.
That's the thing about Strader. We've always been impressed by her. She's always been a very dangerous player on both sides of the court. She can play defense, she can play offense. But this year, she's really taken that next step into kind of elite status within the 11th region and being a player that can take over a game at any moment. And she's got a pair of players that are right there with her as far as being a big three. When you look at Cameron Ridrikoff and Brittany Campbell, who just today announced a commitment to play basketball at Franklin College up in Franklin, Indiana. Brittany, a senior on the team. She's one of those two-way players as well. The leader as far as, you know, assists go, steals, great defensive player, can set the tone on both sides of the ball. And then Cameron Ridrikoff, part of that big three, transferred in 2 years ago, didn't get to play her sophomore season, played well last year, but she's the size that Central really lacked last season or 2 seasons ago. Now she can play defensively inside, but also on offense, stretch the floor and shoot the 3 ball. Those are the big 3 for Madison Central, and they've got a much improved bench as well. When you look at what Collingsworth can do, you've got some other players that come in and play key minutes like Tiana Long. They've got a very talented roster as well, looking to make a potential deep run in the postseason.
They do, and just watching those groups play, and the 3 you mentioned are all seniors, so they've got the experience. And for them, and not to say that there aren't seniors on Southern's team that want to win as well, but a lot of people, you view that this is our time. This is our chance to win not only just district. This year we're playing to win the region, and we're going to go out with a bang. So a lot of times that's motivating to work even harder, and I think you can see it on the court with these ladies.
We'll talk more about that and dive deeper into this matchup between Madison Central and Madison Southern when we come back on WBON TV. Hold that thought. Gage is working on something else. So let's keep it right here for a moment. We'll talk more about that now. Madison Central, you talked about building toward this season. These seniors, they've really been in the starting lineup since their freshman year.
Yeah.
They have continued to kind of build toward this season. Maybe thought last year could have been the year. Now it's this year or bust for them, obviously. So I think they've all taken that seriously, worked hard in the offseason to kind of get where they need to get to. And as you talked about, like, these girls, they know this is their last ride. And they've got a coach in Scott True who's been there. He's a veteran coach, was a part of those Franklin County Region Championships, so he knows what it takes to get there as well. And I think he's the right man for this job to lead this team, knowing he's got some younger players that need to step up, but a big three in Ridrikoff, Campbell, and Strader who can lead the way for them.
Yeah, and they need a challenge at this point. They only beat Montgomery County by 6 last Thursday. Other than that, every game has been around 20 points.
Yeah, they've
been blowing people out.
Of their 5 wins, 4 of them have been by 19 or more. So you talked about Montgomery County. It was 54-49. That's really been their only close game. And tonight, without the services of French or Hensley, you got to wonder, well, can Southern make this a game? Like, so preseason, I think Southern was top 3 or 4 in the region. But that's taken into account everybody being out there to play. Without French and Hensley, 2 very important players, you lose depth and you lose experience with French. That could be an issue not only tonight for Madison Southern, but until those 2 get back. Now Gage is back. Let's step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to Richmond on WBON TV.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition, just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau. David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Back here on WBON TV, glad to be along with you. Madison Central and Madison Southern girls basketball getting ready to tip off here, about 8 minutes away from the tip-off here in Richmond. And as we bring you the live coverage on WBON TV, a special thank you to all of our great sponsors, including Gillum Sports Lounge. While you're out and about doing your Christmas shopping, be sure to stop by Gillum Sports Lounge for a great lunch or dinner. And also say thanks to many of our other sponsors as well. As the national anthem begins, we'll step aside for one more commercial break. We'll come back for the tip-off on WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Madison Central High School, getting you set for the tip-off between the Indians and the Eagles. Ladies basketball taking center stage here in the first game, and then the nightcap will feature the boys team from Madison Central, the Indians, taking on the Cardinals of Scott County. 2 big rivalry matchups. They've kind of tapped this week as rivalry week here at Madison Central High School, and rightfully so when you start off with a pair of games like you've got tonight. Of course, Friday night, we'll be right back here. Same 2 schools taking part in this first game, Jamie, Madison Central and Madison Southern, but in the boys' side of things coming up on Friday.
Yeah, I heard a lot of buzz from both teams in the last couple weeks, Michael. We were able to call, I went to a Madison Southern boys game when they played Sayre. When I left, I walked out with several Central players.
Okay.
Last week we did a Central game here for the ladies. Several Southern girls walked out. I love the fact that they're at each other's games. They're scouting each other.
Yeah.
They're trying to get ready. And I know the Southern men's team doesn't play tonight. I assume a lot of them are going to stay for both games. But, just love the fact that they are in it and they are all about it.
Have you got all your Christmas shopping done?
You'll have to ask my boss, also known as my wife.
John, I thought you were going to say John Bailey, but okay, that's fine. So we'll ask her.
He does my shopping for me. So where he's at tonight. That's why he's not on the air.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. He was stopping over at Kohl's or something, maybe on the way in. Yeah, I got the Santa hat today because I was having a really good hair day. And I just didn't want to upset you, so I'll get a hat just to make things a little bit easier on us.
I really appreciate
as we go on the air. Speaking of upset, I wish I had a beard like. I'm not manly enough to have a John Bailey beard.
I'm not either.
But it's pretty impressive. When I saw him on the broadcast last week, and I told Gage, I'm like, we're going to have to find like a Sasquatch or something like sponsor to sponsor the beard from John Bailey.
It's a lot. I think he keeps snacks in there during the broadcast.
Keeps him warm.
Getting some
Get a hot
Pringles
dog
out.
before the game, put it in there to keep it warm until he's ready. That makes sense.
That's a lot of facial hair. It is.
Starters for tonight's game brought to you by Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And locally, Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance, is there to help you with the insurance that you may not have even knew that you needed. Tonight's starting lineup. First for Madison Southern, you got a couple of young players in Cammie Dorison, Lillian Kirk, Olivia Coburn will also get the start, along with Emma Kate Lawson and Ellen Todd. So no Lacey Sandlin in the starting lineup tonight for Madison Southern. That's according to, now I was given this pregame, but that's interesting that Sandlin not getting the start tonight, according to the sheet that I was given before the game. Now for Madison Central, Ridrikoff, Brittany Campbell, and Schroeder. We talked about them during the pregame. Jordan Miles and Brooke Campbell also in the starting lineup for the Lady Indians. So should be a good one. Madison Southern, again, the youth and inexperience. We'll now look at the keys of the game, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the bypass in Richmond. Across from Walmart, Jack Burford Chevrolet has a ton of inventory left over heading into the new year. So check them out online, jackburford.com, to see all the inventory right now at Jack Burford Chevrolet. And the keys tonight for Madison Southern, obviously, when you've got inexperienced players, it's how early do they settle into a rivalry game and handle that pressure of this matchup kind of being more magnified than in a normal regular season, early season game. This one, much more pressure on it. And speaking of pressure, that'll also be another key for Madison Southern. How do they handle that pressure tonight that Madison Central is so good at putting on you?
They turned Rockcastle over. I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but at least a dozen times per half last week. Really impressive defensively. I think if you're Southern, you've got to make somebody other than Taya Strader beat you. And if you're Central, you've got other people that can. So they've got to take advantage of their matchups and get it to the folks that have an advantage to get the score. You mentioned Lacey Sandlin. She is dressed. She was out there warming up. She leads this team nearly 12 points per game. The junior was really stepped out last year as an outstanding player. And I'm not sure what's going on there.
He's talked about turnovers. Central has 60 steals on the season. They have forced 90 turnovers on the year. And the keys to them tonight, I think, is basically get the ball to your important players. Southern's got some good defensive players, but I don't know if they've got enough defense to stop everybody that Madison Central can put out there, like you talked about. So tonight, you've got to find, maybe you try to limit Strader and see if Campbell and Ridrikoff can score enough to pull away. That might be the option for Madison Southern, but we'll see how things shape out. But looking out there, it looks like Sandlin not going to be in the starting lineup, Jamie. It's interesting there.
Just looking at the top scores, you also have junior Maria Himes, who traditionally starts, is not starting. So let me see that list again. Are these all freshmen they're starting?
Well, I know that Emma Kate Lawson is not a freshman, but I think she's just now coming back as well. But here's the thing I know about Kent Miller. Kent Miller loves the mind games. And not saying that could be what it is, but potentially could be something that he's trying to do here early on. Maybe you know that you're an underdog in this game. You don't want to show everything you've got in a matchup against your in-county rival. So interesting little change up here in the starting lineup for the Lady Eagles.
And Lawson did have, in her first game back, she did put up 10 points. She had a solid first game back, so certainly deserves to be in that lineup.
Now for Madison Central, going to be the home team tonight in the white uniforms, white shorts, the red numbers outlined in blue and the blue letters outlined in the red for the Lady Indians. Here's Jordan Miles, the younger sister of, I can't remember her sister's name, but she went to Franklin County, ended up signing to play with Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
So very, very good player.
Brooke Campbell again man who signed with Franklin College today. Announced that over on the website formerly known as Twitter. Taya Schrader and Redrikoff rounding out the starting five. Michael, do you believe that this group of high school females picked Inner Sandman as their intro song?
I don't know. That's impressive if
Pretty
they did.
baller. Yeah, I like it.
So here we go, Lady Indians and Madison Southern. Madison Central rivalry about to be renewed here on the court. You got the twins, Brittany and Brooke Campbell. So glad they changed hair colors. Brittany going with the traditional blonde still. And then Madison, or you got her sister Brooke now with the black hair out there. So it makes it easier for me. Now, normally I'd have to go by what the numbers are. Now I've got black-haired Brooke and blonde-haired Brittany out there to make it a little bit easier on me.
It does. It threw me off last week. I was like, I thought they were twins. What's different? What's happening? And they just made it easier on us. We appreciate that.
Redrikoff to tip it off for Madison Central, along with Coburn for Madison Southern, and it's controlled by the senior point guard Brittany Campbell. Signed with Franklin College today, and she'll start things off with an easy layup for Madison Central to take a 2-0 lead. Here's Dorson, really good shooter. Only a freshman, as you said. A lot of youth and inexperience out there for Coach Kent Miller right now in his first year as the head coach. Spent the last 2 or 3 seasons as an assistant with Josh Curtis, so very familiar with this program. Kirk from long range coming off, and the rebound tipped around. Coburn will save it, but it's Brittany Campbell who comes away with it. Outlet to Miles, 3-on-2 fast break for Central. Strader. Pump fakes, three-pointer from the left corner is pure, and it's a 5-0 lead for the Lady Indians coming out of the gate very quickly. Not an ideal start for Southern, Jamie.
That is the exact opposite of what they wanted to see happen. So far, handling the pressure okay, but definitely playing Central's game otherwise. Not what they want to do.
Here's number 12, that's Todd in the corner. To Kirk. And talked about handling the pressure. They're handling it, getting it up the floor, but Central still forcing them to start their offense way out on the perimeter, making it difficult for Southern to get set up here. Here's Durson handing it off to Lawson, just back from an injury. And McCabe trying to go behind the back. Campbell right there on her defensively. Kick it over to Durson. Cammie, right side, it's Todd. Pump fakes, working on Miles. We'll try to drive in. Brooke Campbell with the steal. And we got a tie-up. Possession arrow going to keep it with Madison Southern.
A good hustle play there. Another turnover before the jump ball caused by Central.
Inbounds comes to Durson. She'll look over to Kent Miller to get the offensive set. Durson, bounce pass up top to Coburn. Trying to work a little flex offense, find somebody open. Man, great denial by Campbell again, and there's a travel on Coburn. Another forced turnover by Madison Central, something that they have gotten pretty good at through the last few seasons, especially through these first 5 games, Jamie.
Absolutely. Really good pressure there. Got Coburn off balance and wasn't able to keep her footing.
Redrikoff on the dribble drive, lays it off to Brooke Campbell at the left elbow. Trying to find the teammate, Miles. Cuts open, now back to Brooke. Brooke, one dribble, now trying to find her sister. Instead goes right wing over to Redrikoff. She'll drive in, tough shot, can't finish. Coburn there for the rebound, loose ball. Schrader rips it away, now body's hitting the deck. Schrader comes away with it, baseline drive, and she's fouled. That's one thing I noticed about Schrader as well. She has gotten to the free throw line so often through these first 5 games on the season. Natea at the line, 46 free throw attempts through 5 games, nearly 10 trips to the line per night. But the issue is percentage-wise, she's just 56% from the free throw line. Oh, Sandlin, who just checked into the game, will have an easy layup for her first 2. And Madison Southern on the board, a 5-2 advantage for the Lady Indians.
Letting her presence be felt quickly.
Miles to Brooke Campbell, who will reset the offense. Up top to Strader. Bounce pass. Natea squares up. Step back 3 on the way. Too hard this time. Rebound to Brittany Campbell. Got double teamed and threw it away. was trying to find a cutting Cameron Ridrikoff and turned it over. And now with 5:12 to play in the first quarter, Madison Southern will inbound down by 3. Not as much full court pressure being applied thus far by Central. More sitting back and a man-to-man defense. Here's Lawson up top. Hanma hands it off to Kirk. Kirk hits the deck, and she's going to be fouled by Campbell. So Kirk, Campbell, a turnover on one and a foul on the other, Jamie.
Kirk, best known for her work on the volleyball court, took her first shot from the volleyball line today. I don't think that's any coincidence.
Inbounds to Durison. Right side she goes to Sandlin. Lacey, the top scorer for Madison Southern in the early part of the year. Through 3 games, 1 win, 2 losses. Kirk for 3. Short. Rebound Strader. Natea, the top scorer and top rebounder for the Lady Indians. Stops here, finds a cutting Miles. He'll lay it up and in, and a 7-2 Central lead.
Not a turnover, but they still were able to turn that long rebound into a fast break.
Yeah, Central's so good. They've got a lot of cutting and do a good job of finding the open teammate as well. Very unselfish team is Madison Central. It's good to have when you're one of the favorites in the 11th region. And McCade again up top. Coach Miller says drive. She tried to. Campbell cut her off, knocked it loose. Got to be careful if you're Brittany. Didn't want to pick up a foul. Kent Miller livid with the official. He wanted a foul call. Campbell, it looked like, did get her on the arm, but the referee blows a travel violation instead.
I think more often than not, you'll see a no call there and just play it like a loose ball, but went against Southern this time. And
Strader, man, long 3. May have been deflected. It ends up as an air ball, and Southern comes back up the floor as Strader looks over at her teammates and says, my bad. I said that a lot when I shot the ball as well.
I've seen you say that in your sleep.
Sandlin, tough drive. Campbell there defensively. Did a great job of not fouling Lacey, and then draws a foul on Emma Kate after the rebound.
Something I've noticed here looking at statistics, Michael. I didn't remember Brooke Campbell taking a lot of shots last week. Through 5 games, she has taken a grand total of 5 field goal attempts.
Wow.
And passed up some open looks last week. So I don't know if Southern take advantage of that, maybe use her defender a little extra, or what the reasoning is, because she certainly has played a large amount of minutes and contributes in every other facet of the game.
Another turnover for Central this time. Yeah, Brooke, a really intense player herself. Tiana Long will check in for the first time. Ridrikoff going to get an early spot on the bench next to Coach True. Slow start for Madison Southern, just 2 points through the first almost 5 minutes of play. And another turnover. Dorison was trying to find the teammate deep in the right corner, overshot it, and it's going to be another turnover for Madison Southern. Campbell will throw it into her twin sister, Brittany. Brittany looks over at the sideline, so dribble it up near Coach True, get the play call in. Attacking right side. Campbell now going baseline, and Himes will pick up the personal. Former teammates played together at Cottle Middle School, was a part of a kind of a dynasty there for Madison, or for the Cottle Middle School. Got a sideline warning, I believe, on Kent Miller. Got to be careful with your Kent. Really good crowd on hand tonight, Jane. We thought it might be that case. Big rivalry games taking place here in Richmond. Campbell driving in, floater off the glass and in. It's so hard to do that in front of the rim, to get it over top of it, off the backboard and down through the hoop. Very nicely done there by Brittany Campbell, who's up to 4 points thus far. 9-2 lead Central. Baseline drive, and Miles knocked it loose. Little pre-Christmas holiday hoops for you here on WBON TV. Jamie Boggs along with Michael Watkins, Gage Hill, our producer, Aiden Mills, and Jacob Beck, your cameraman this evening. Dorison tries to cut open. They'll inbound up top to Himes. Himes dribbles right, lays it off Central playing really good defense. Durison will try a corner three. This one's short. And Campbell able to corral the rebound. Almost threw it away. Miles able to corral it. Now dribbling up the floor. Over to Brittany. Little fake with their foot. Now they feed it inside Strader, but it's knocked loose, and a reach-in foul called against Madison Southern.
The big question the last week has been, who is Southern going to put on Natea Strader? Freshman Allie Wilson drawing that assignment here early. Now Strader taking a break.
Miles to trigger it in. Comes into long. Tiana circles around, hands it off to Miles. Crosses over, gets in the paint. Floater, pretty shot from Jordan Miles, being aggressive offensively. And a timeout, Madison Southern. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
We're back here after a Madison Southern timeout as they trail Madison Central 11-2. Madison Southern to inbound underneath Central's basket.
Durison's got it. Cammie over to Wilson. Tried to beat the pressure. They do. Beat it up the floor, but still being applied. And there's almost another steal by Central. Durison finally able to get a hand on it. Looked like it might have went off her, Jimmy, but it will stay with Madison Southern. Strader after a quick breather. We'll check back in for Campbell. I like what Coach True does. Does a good job of kind of getting his starters some very short breaks before getting them back in the game. Wilson will throw it in. She'll come in to Hines. Drives into the pressure of Strader. Now kicks it back out. Wilson has to come over to get it. Double team. Strader giving chase. Rydrikoff knocked it loose. Out of bounds. Another deflection by the Lady Indians.
Madison Central adding that pressure, double teaming the basketball. Southern's got to do a better job of keeping their head up and finding the open player.
Inbounds to Hines. Double team. Got around it. Now finds Kirk. Pass up top to Wilson. Swing it left. Wide open three on the way. Comes off. Rebound right there. Wilson to tip it in. Great job by Sandlin, who got it over to a teammate. And Southern trims the lead 11-4. Here's Long on the right wing. Yana gets a screen from Campbell. Drives, kick out to Miles. Back to Long. Back to Miles over on the left wing. Tiana picked up by, or make that Miles picked up by Hines. Dribbles left and a carry. Turnover Madison Central. Both teams struggling with turnovers right now. The difference in the game, Central has been able to get a couple of fast break points and build a now 7-point lead with 48.5 seconds to play in this first frame.
Southern having trouble getting any open looks. Their two baskets are the only shots they've taken with inside the three-point line.
Himes draws a foul on Miles, trying to poke it away. Called for the personal. Sandlin to trigger it in. Comes in the backcourt to Himes. Left side, Sandlin's got it. Step back three for Lacey. Too hard. Chase down the rebound. Brooke Campbell able to get it over to Miles. Another fast break opportunity for Central. Tried to get it into a cutting Strader. Great job by Southern to knock it away. And Central will get to inbound under their own basket. 11-4 your score. Just over 10 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Really good hustle there by Wilson.
Strader, turnover, double dribble. And that time the pressure of Southern forcing a turnover. And Jamie, both teams right now cannot stop turning the ball over to the other.
Few seconds left here.
Can she get a shot off? Gets in the lane. Throws one up. Left it short. Ribbekoff the rebound. A missed opportunity for Southern as they find themselves trailing down 11-4 after one on WBON TV.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
Welcome back in to Madison Central High School. Holiday hoops for you here on WBON TV. Jamie Boggs, Michael Watkins. Jamie, have you got a favorite Christmas song or a movie that you got to watch each year?
Yeah, Christmas Vacation every
always,
time,
yeah.
often. I grew up, my first job was in a department store during Christmas time, and they played the same Christmas CD on loop, and I just have grown to not enjoy Christmas music at all.
I can see that.
It really Scrooged me.
Just the Mariah Carey one, All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's the one that everybody has to listen to a lot when they're shopping.
She makes like $2 million a year off that song.
Oh my gosh. Here's Ribbekoff. Nice little play drawn up for Central out of the timeout to get Collingsworth open for three. Who knocks it down? The long ball for Skylar, who's a really good shooter, knocking down the three. (14-4 your score. 7:37 to play. Sandlin trying to answer. She'll go three the old-fashioned way as she draws the foul after the basket and a free throw to come for Lacey Sandlin, the top scorer for Madison Southern on the season. Free throw on the way, and it goes in.
Good touch there. What a fortunate overthrow.
There's a pass over to Campbell. Brittany going to drive in. Kick it out over to Collingsworth. Just knocked down a three a moment ago. Campbell calls out a new set. Over to Schrader. Wilson doing a really good job of sticking with her. Atea trying to get open. Couple of crossovers. Drive, hang, and an offensive foul. Atea Schrader being aggressive. Didn't like the call, but a good job of taking the hit inside by Madison Southern to force the turnover.
Lily Kirk doing some great work on the defensive end, doing a good job staying in front of Brittany Campbell, and then moving off of her to take the offensive foul there. Big play.
Colburn has to track it down. Olivia will drive in, kick it out to Himes. Maria, a little pump fake. Back to Colburn, and she stepped on the sideline to turn it over. 14-7. Turnovers continuing to plague both teams, but Central able to build that lead. They've got a 7-point advantage. Long pass up the floor to Ribbekoff. Cam bounce pass to Schrader, and then Schrader tried to bounce pass it right back to her and turned it over. Campbell says, I'll take that. Steps in for a steal of her own, and Tiana Long on the layup. Nice assist there by Campbell, and turnovers aplenty in this one from both teams. Central taking advantage, however, on the fast break. 16-7 now. Himes Dribbles up top to Sandlin. Lacey working her way inside. Out to Colburn. She'll fire one up from long range. Comes off. Collingsworth. Outlet to Strayer. Natea lays it up. And 18-7 now as we dip under 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
And really the difference here, Michael, completely is Central's ability to capitalize on turnovers, whereas Southern hasn't been able to find a bucket after getting the ball back.
And a 5-second violation. Campbell all over her former teammate Himes. Turns it over again. And these halftime numbers will not be pretty for either team, but for Central, they'll at least have a lead unless Southern can find a way to string together a run here in the last 5:40. Kick out Ribberkoff. Cam drives in. Tough shot. Man, that one was in and out.
Really like that offensive set.
Straighter. Or make that Ribberkoff steals it from Sandlin. Goes back up and draws the foul. That time, Lacey, it looked like Jamie just lost the handle on it. Not really a forced turnover by Ribberkoff. She was just in the right spot at the right time. Central looking to go to 6-0 on the season. What a start for Coach True. Thought this could be a really good season for his team, and it has started off that way. Ribberkoff's free throw. Clink.
Mass subs coming in here for Southern.
You got Ellen Todd back in the game, along with Sparks. Ribberkoff knocks down the second, so a 19-7 Madison Central lead. Garrison to Todd. Ellen picked up by Campbell. Got to get it across the timeline. She does, but then it's stripped away by Strader. They'll call a jump ball. And possession arrow will keep it with the Lady Eagles, who trail by 12, 19-7, 5:21 to play.
Another example of Southern just not having their head up to find the open person. You break a press by passing, not dribbling.
Garrison to Kirk. Collingsworth there. Good defense by her. Kirk picked up her dribble on the bad spot. Now over to Sandlin. Lacey crosses over. Gets a screen from Sparks. And Sandlin able to get in for two. 19-9. Important basket there. But cannot get back defensively. And Strader will once again find her way to the free throw line.
Can't imagine the Southern coaching staff is happy about scoring and giving up a fast break bucket.
Yeah, Southern scores on one, and then less than 3 seconds later, Central's got a player at the line for two shots. First one good for Natea, 56% from the line. She's 26 of 46 coming into this game.
She has now attempted more than the rest of the team combined.
Missed that one. So 50% on that trip, but another steal from Campbell. Strader this time, an easy two. Pressure again, forcing a turnover, 22-9. Madison Central out in front, 4.5 to play here in the first half.
Brittany Campbell is just living in that passing lane and picking off seemingly every pass.
Ball back in the hands of Sandlin. Ribberkoff defensively picks her up. Kick out to Todd. As it back off to Sandlin, and then Brittany Campbell will pick up the foul. I believe that's her second. Lady Indians with now 3 team fouls here in the second quarter. Coach True just going to get her out just in case.
Could be a big opportunity for Southern as Brittany has caused many of their turnovers.
And bounce to Himes. Maria picked up by Strader. Good pressure once again. Going to pick up another 5-second violation. Todd comes to save her for a moment. Ellen over to Cammie Dorison. Collingsworth comes out defensively there. Dorison lays it off. It's Himes with Strader there defensively. And Natea might be called for a foul here. Let's see.
I think they're going to call it on Himes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, offensive foul called on Maria Himes. Strader went flying off of her.
I know that was a very physical matchup during the entire possession. I don't know exactly what went down there, but Both players certainly giving it their all.
Yeah. To me, that was probably another one of those let it go type calls, but the officials deemed it otherwise. Ridrikoff, dangerous pass up top to Miles.
Little zone look here from Southern.
Well, 3-2 zone looks like with the player at the top of it. Miles over to Ridrikoff. Cam back over to Miles. Back to Ridrikoff. Central just taking their time here offensively, trying to find an open shot. Miles will attack the zone. Feed it over to Cam. Out to Collingsworth. Swing left corner. Campbell. Long pass over to Miles. Open. Doesn't take the shot. Instead drives in and draws the foul on Sandlin. Heads up play there by Miles. Get the defense kind of retracking their steps. Coming out on her and then drive right by them for the 2 free throws.
It's always tempting just to try to immediately drive into the paint on the zone and make something happen. Did a great job of moving the ball until the zone kind of got itself out of position there.
One more free throw for Miles. Puts it up, and that one drops in. 23-9, 3:10 left to play. Todd over to Dorison. Cammy triple team. Strader sneaks in for the steal and the easy deuce. Timeout, Madison Southern. Rightfully so. Lady Indians starting to pull away here in the first half on WBON TV.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Back here at Madison Central High School, Lady Indians, Lady Eagles in a big rivalry game taking place here on WBON TV. A little holiday hoops action here. And thus far, Jamie, it's Madison Central on top 25-9. Lady Eagles can't get out of their own way as they keep turning the ball over here in this first half.
And that's really the entire difference, right? They've gotten so many fast break buckets, and a lot of it credit to Central's defense, but also several turnovers that Southern has just given them.
Sparks gonna drive and stolen away by Ridrikoff. Pass up to Miles. A jump ball, I believe, Jamie.
It's going to stay down the Central. Really like that pass there by Miles. The wrap around to the left.
Miles to inbound. Comes into Brooke Campbell. Yeah, as you said, Brooke, just 5 shots on the season. That's 1 shot per game. Has yet to attempt one in this one, however, does turn it over here as Wilson sneaks in for the steal. Strader takes it right back away from her and will lay it in.
Sandlin already had 2 fouls there. Certainly could not afford to get that third one.
27-9. We near the 2-minute mark in the first half, and it's been all Lady Indians thus far. Hines. Bounce pass to Sparks up top. Bailey working on Ridrikoff. Trying to find an open teammate. Sandlin not really open, but able to get it to her, and Brooke Campbell knocked it loose. It'll stay with Southern as Long checks back into the game for Madison Central. Maria Hines will trigger it in under her own basket. Got an open teammate, and Durson didn't even see her. Strader was trying to sneak over there and potentially pick one off again. Sandlin's got it. Picked up her dribble, and Strader poked it away. Man, they are everywhere defensively. Madison Central. Sandlin drives around her. We got a reach-in foul. Looks like free throws coming up for Sandlin. It'll be on Natea. I believe that's her second as well.
It's like Central's out there playing with 6 on the defensive side. I don't think you're allowed to do that, Michael.
Makes it a little rough.
Yep.
Sandlin makes the first. 27-10. Second free throw on the way. It's good.
3 for 3 from the line. Southern would love to have a short little run here before the half.
Redrikoff will come into long. Tiana working her way up the floor. Struggling with it. Southern playing good defense here. Tiana's got to pass it up. Barely does beat the 10-second call. And now Central's got it in the corner. Collingsworth on the drive. Out to Miles. Swing over Redrikoff. Now back up top Collingsworth, who checked in for the straighter with the 2 fouls. Long elbow jumper. Man, nice shot for Tiana. Drove in, found her sweet spot, and knocks down the long 2. 29-11 Lady Indians.
Straighter on the bench. A little less pressure on the ball from Central.
Dorison. A screen by Sparks. Now Sandlin, same thing. Sparks screens for her. Lacey, man, just threw that one up. Was hoping for a foul. Didn't get it. Outlet to Collingsworth for Central. She'll find her way up. No good on the free throw or on the 2-point shot, but there will be free throws coming for Central. As a push in the back will send Cameron Redrikoff to the line. .48.5 seconds to play. It's been all Lady Indians here. Turnovers plaguing both teams, but Central turning the turnovers from Southern into points. First one at the line is good for Cam. The senior transferred over from Franklin County 2 years ago and has really made an impact on this team over the last 2 seasons. Second free throw good as well, 31-11. Don't be surprised if Cameron Redrikoff doesn't also end up playing some college basketball. Himes double teamed. Dorison fouled by Redrikoff right on cue. We were talking about her, and this time she picks up her own personal foul.
Michael, I don't know if we've discussed this. How do you feel about this new bonus free throw rule in high school hoops?
I like changing things up sometimes because I feel like there's always something that can be fixed. I don't know if the free throw rule was one of those things, but you look at the NBA level, they just keep trying different things to sprinkle things in as far as the game goes. At the college level, the men still go by the 2 halves, but women's basketball now 4 quarters in college basketball. Redrikoff to Collingsworth. Underneath, Long couldn't handle the pass. Off her noggin, actually. Durison with the steal. Cammie will drive. Floater. Way off. And with 25 seconds to go, Brooke Campbell will corral it for Central and try to hold on to this lead. 31-12. Up and in underneath.
Long, wide open under the basket. Defense missed her completely.
33-12. Himes, no. Sparks the rebound out to Sandlin. 3 from the corner. Had to have that. Did Madison Southern to kind of stem the tide going into the locker room. Kirk the steal. Can they add to it? Durison at the buzzer. No. And the first half will come to a close. Southern another missed opportunity there, but that cut the deficit down to 18 as they go to the locker room break. Madison Central 33, Madison Southern 15 as we head to a halftime break ourselves on WBON TV.
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment to our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Merry Christmas, folks. Hope you're having a great holiday season as we near an inch closer to Christmas Day. What, 8 days away, man? I mean, it's coming up next Wednesday.
Here. Yep, it'll be here soon.
And I still haven't. You got my present already wrapped and good to go? Did John pick me out something nice?
He did. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
I saw him at Victoria's Secret. I'm guessing that wasn't for me, though.
I think it was.
Maybe that was for you.
There is going to be no secret.
They do got some comfy pajamas there, though. I don't know. I mean, that's what I've been told. I wouldn't know for sure. I don't wear pajamas, but we don't want to get into that.
That's where we're at. Basketball things.
Basketball. Let's get back to that. Good game here in the first half if you're a Madison Central fan. Lady Eagles struggling with turnovers. 13 of them there in the first half, but Central 10.
If you told me that that would be the spread coming into the second half of turnovers, I could foresee that number from Southern, but Central turned the ball over as well. I would say it was a lot closer, but the difference comes in the points off turnovers.
Points off turnovers, a 10-point difference there. 12-2 for Madison Central. Same number on the fast break side of things. 12-2 advantage for the Lady Indians. In the paint, Madison Central with 20 points in the paint, only 8 for Madison Southern, and Central dominating at that big first quarter lead. They doubled it up 22-11 in the second quarter, an advantage there for the Lady Indians, and they lead by 18 at the half here on WBON TV. And you look at some of the highlights there for Southern, just unable to just take care of the basketball and get back defensively. It's one thing to turn it over, but when Central has a 2-on-1 advantage or a 3-on-2, they're doing a great job of capitalizing on that and making it points.
Right, and Southern, even when they have been able to execute offensively and get a bucket, Central's still getting out and running. That's something you cannot let happen defensively. If you score, you have to be able to set your defense up, whether you're setting up pressure or not.
Yeah, Lady Indians with the lead here at the half, and you break down some of the numbers. 12 points for Natia Schrader, the top scorer for the Lady Indians all year long. and everybody else getting involved as well. Every person on the floor that took a shot, Brooke Campbell did not, but every person that took a shot has scored for the Lady Indians. 3 points for Ridrikoff, 4 for Brittany Campbell, 5 for Jordan Miles, 6 for Tiana Long off the bench, and 3 for Skylar Collingsworth. And the Lady Indians have this 33-15 lead here at the half. We'll step aside from the commercial break. We'll come back second half on the other side here on WBON TV.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition, just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
A song about Gage Hill playing right now. Wild Sound. It is a banger, too.
Yeah, man.
Gage, would you agree with that? What did you say? You said something, didn't you? What did he say, Aiden? He's talking about.
He was high-fived the cameraman.
He did.
Come on.
Yeah, that's not cool. Tell you what, we couldn't do much of anything without Gage Hill. He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Great producer. Him and Copeland and Aiden do a great job of producing the games and the news and the sports show and everything else we do at WBON. And
what do you produce? I mean, like production, like
not anything live. Yeah, they won't be producing anything live. I produce the sports.
You
segment.
produce entertainment. You produce.
Oh, that's what I'm here for, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to entertain and bring the stuff to life. Not sure if I do a good job with that, but that's what I'm here for.
Tell you what, man, you're rocking that hat, though.
I am rocking the hat. Listen, in case bring us back on here. I got to bring it back. Bring it. Come on.
What's interesting, you take your headset off during breaks, and every time you put it back on, you rearrange your hat in the same fashion over top of it.
What's this thing called? The ball on the top of it?
I just call it the ball at the end of the Santa hat.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're going with. Second half about to begin here in Richmond, and see if Central can pull away even further. An 18-point halftime lead. Don't forget, second half of our nightcap doubleheader The Indians of Madison Central, the boys team, will take on Scott County and try to get their offense going again. Indians lost 2 out of 3 games last week, but both losses coming to a pair of top 10 opponents in Bryan Station and GRC.
Another near turnover to start off the half. Try to get it into the post to Sandlin. Going to be a jump ball back to Central.
Yeah, Southern's got to find a way to chip away at this. You want to get it down below 10 before you go into the fourth quarter to really have a shot. You cannot let Central continue to have this double-digit lead, or this game's going to be out of reach heading into the final 8 minutes. Here's Miles on the drive. Kick it out, Ridrikoff. Cameron can shoot that. Instead drives this time. Baseline out to Miles. Jordan, not known as a shooter. Brooklyn Miles was her older sister. Went to Franklin County, ended up playing at Tennessee, and I think ended up transferring back to Kentucky to finish out her collegiate career.
Great defense by Sandlin. Even better finish there by Ridrikoff.
Cameron now up to 5 points. Got 3 rebounds as well. A couple of steals for herself. Pass over to Sandlin. Lacey's got to find some offense here. She can shoot that shot. Brooke Campbell was laying off of her. Now kind of comes out to defend. And Sandlin thought about the long 3. Instead goes right side to Hines. Miles there defensively on her.
She was the offense for Southern in the first half. I think she had 12 of their 15.
Yeah, 12 points, 2 points for Wilson, and 1 point for Dorsey.
Lily Kirk knocks down the 3.
Yeah, Kirk can hit that long ball. And again, Southern does not get back defensively. Brooke Campbell had an open layup, didn't take it instead.
Yeah,
reset
see
the
what
offense.
I mean? 5 shots in 5.5 games.
Strader.
Good defense there by Kirk. They got to get that rebound, though.
Strader had 2 opportunities. Instead, it ends up in Brittany Campbell's hands, and she'll attack and lay it in. Brittany Campbell now 3 of 3 from the field, 6 points, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 4 rebounds. Can really do it all at that point guard position. Here's a double dribble and another Madison Southern turnover. Coburn back in for Southern. Sparks will head to the bench. I think Coach Miller just trying to find some way to find a rhythm with his team, and the turnovers just piling up and not getting back defensively has really been the biggest issue. They've forced quite a bit of turnovers themselves, but have been unable to turn those into points on the other end. Here's Campbell. Driving right. Inside. Oh, what a feed. Brooke Campbell to a cutting wide open Cameron Ridrikoff, who's up to now 7 points in the game.
Brooke doesn't need to shoot to produce offense. Defense, the zone collapsed on her. She hit the open cut.
And this is where Brooke makes her living at defensively. Guarding the top scorer for Southern, Lacey Sandlin. Cameron Ridrikoff gets on the switch. Tough shot from Sandlin. Miles able to track down the rebound. And Central on the attack once more, up by 21. Long pass to Ridrikoff. To Miles. Swing it around, Brooke Campbell. Now back to Miles. Little lob entry into Strader. Everybody leaves her. She'll settle for the long 2. Can't knock it down. And I want to say off Madison Central.
That's not a shot. Strader misses very often.
Himes across the timeline. Dribbles right. Over to Coburn. Left side. Todd on the drive. Ellen spins away from the defender. Pretty move and a nice shot by Todd. Or it was Emma Kate Lawson, excuse me. Lawson with the basket. Central to Miles. Man, the Red Sea parted for Miles on the drive. Kind of just opened up the lane for her, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, this zone look by Southern does not appear to be causing the disruption that their man-to-man did in the first half. Miles' first free throw up and good. The lead is back to 20.
Second one on the way, and rattles that one home. Back to the full court pressure. Sandlin, man, had a wide open Coburn underneath. Couldn't get it to her and missed the shot. battle for it. Ridrikoff hits the deck, and teammates come over to check on her.
Jump ball going to stay with Southern, I believe, and give Ridrikoff a break after hitting the deck.
Yeah, Tiana Long will check in. Kirk will throw it in. Comes into Sandlin. Lacey will head fake, drive, and tough shot. Jordan Miles all over her defensively, and she'll pick up the personal foul. 2 free throws coming up for Sandlin.
Also got 2 fouls on Strader and Brittany Campbell. If Southern were able to get another one on either of those, it would make a big difference for them, I believe.
First free throw missed, 41-20.
Missed them both. Didn't miss any free throws in the first half. Elbow jumpers from Strader, in and out.
I tell you, again, that's the shot you said she didn't miss very often. She missed 2 of them in a row, Jamie.
That's really my fault, 100%. Allie Wilson in for Southern.
Nothing like the media jinx, right? Rick Campbell, oh man, nice feed. Strader posting up and finishing inside. Tell you what, she's the smallest player on the floor, but it does not matter. Can get great position inside and use her body to get the shot off. Another big night for Strader, and here she is once again stepping in the passing lane, getting the steal. Long pass knocked away to Brooke Campbell. Brooke left open for 3. Strader tried to get her to shoot it. Brooke not even looking to shoot.
Didn't even look at the basket.
Brittany on the drive, and her sister says, I'll take care of that one, sis. The basket and the foul. And Brittany Campbell a chance to push this lead up to 26 points for Madison Central. Timeout, Lady Eagles will step aside. We'll be right back. Full timeout for Southern on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're back here on WBON TV. Got Brittany Campbell at the free throw line trying to cap off a 3-point play with 3:33 left to play in this third quarter. I think Coach Miller just trying to use this as more of a learning experience tonight. Now, this one's probably gotten away from them, especially with the way Central continues to force turnovers and then turn those turnovers into points at the other end. Another near steal here. Sandlin comes away with it. Lacey turns into a double team. Out to Himes. And then Central gets back defensively with a man-to-man defense. Here's Wilson. Over to Lawson, another former Madison Central player. Wilson's done her round. She's played at Model, Central, and now playing at Southern. Himes on the drive, and Maria gets in for 2 and a free throw to come.
Strong finish through contact for Himes.
46-22. Free throw good as well. And at this very moment, Madison Central has doubled up Madison Southern 46-23. A 23-point advantage for the Lady Indians, and now Southern trying to press themselves. Campbell draws a double team, finds Long. Tiana going to drive in and finish. Man, Tiana playing so well off the bench. Tiana Long, her brother KJ was a good athlete at Madison Central himself. Great football player, went on to play at Morehead State. Here's Himes taking it out to Sandlin. Lacey swings it right to it was Kirk who turned it over.
Collapsed on Sandlin there.
Another steal, but Emma Kate had her toe on the line. So, yeah, you could tell Southern trying to force feed Lacey Sandlin, and it's not working. Strader and Miles head to the bench for Central. And Coach Trill wants to take a timeout himself. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
48-23, Madison Central with the lead. Here we are in the late stages of the third quarter. Lady Indians with the basketball under their own basket. Campbell will throw it in. Brittany inbounds to Ridrikoff. Cam, nice baseline spin, and she'll draw the foul. Had she reversed that one, might have had a three-point play opportunity, but just couldn't get the arm around the defensive Lacey Sandlin, who picked up the personal foul.
And that's her third.
Free throw comes off from Ridrikoff. One more coming up for Cam. Splits a pair, 49-23, 2:17 remaining in the third. Himes up the floor for Southern, excuse me. Over to Kirk on the right wing. Lillian up top to Sandlin. Man, Brooke Campbell has done so good defending Lacey Sandlin tonight. Just lost it. Himes in the corner. She'll fire from long range. Collingsworth was there. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow this time. We'll send it over to the Lady Indians, who lead it by 26 once again. 49-23. Ridrikoff inbounds to Collingsworth. To Campbell. Brittany drew the double team. Lays it off to Collingsworth. Bounce feet inside to Long. Ball tipped away. Bodies hitting the deck once again, and it's ripped away by Himes. Great job by Central to get back defensively. Sandlin drives in, missed the layup, and Brittany Campbell, the long outlet pass, stolen by Kirk. Kirk to Lawson, Emma Kate up, and she can't finish, and Campbell able to corral it for Central. Man, bodies hitting the floor everywhere. And now Ridrikoff's found herself open. I think she was looking to shoot before she finally caught the pass. Drove inside instead and lays it in. It's a tough shot. 51-23, Madison Central.
Michael, looking at Southern's schedule, 2 losses by 18 and 17. Their one win by 31. Haven't really played a close game yet. And this one looks like it's not going to be that as well. But, you know, there's certainly a lot to clean up, but you can't question their efforts.
Yeah.
And I think that's if there's a plus to take away, it's that.
Ridrikoff will draw another foul, and more free throws coming up for Cam. You know, when you look at this Southern team, we talked about it in the pregame, you will not be able to judge this team until those two players get back. Hensley should be back at some time in the next couple of weeks. More like a month or so before we see Hadley French back out there. But when they get those two players back, I mean, all these turnovers, Hadley can maybe knock down half of those. I mean, she is the ball handler, the point guard, the calming presence out there.
Yep.
And Hensley is maybe one of the best athletes in the district. I mean, she is able to get out there. She can shoot the ball. A player that could, this season, average 10, 12 points a game. That's a lot of firepower not out there for Coach Kent Miller in his first season.
Yeah, both definitely difference makers, and there's been a lot of effort and a lot of good things from everybody, but look like they're ready for more of supporting roles. Nobody stepping up and taking charge. Sandlin has offensively on the bench right now, but it's tough when you face pressure from every player on the central lineup.
Miles, the offensive rebound off the miss by Strader. 2 seconds, got to get the shot off. Collingsworth will, and it's going to come off to end the third. 51-23 at the end of 3. A 28-point Madison Central lead on WBON TV.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
51-23 as we head to the fourth quarter live on WBON TV. Jamie Boggs, Michael Watkins here with you on the call. Glad to have you along on a Tuesday night, 8 days before we open up all our gifts on Christmas morning and see what the big guy brought us.
Are you all a Christmas morning? Everything on Christmas morning? You do anything on Christmas Eve?
Maybe the pajamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get nothing?
Correct.
Okay.
Probably won't be getting nothing anyway, but it's all right. It's all right. Unless Gage comes through with what I asked him for. We were over at Jack Burford Chevrolet last night for the sports show. They had them new Corvettes out there. I was like, Gage, come on, man.
Yeah.
Take all that Wallingford money you're getting and, you know, splurge a little bit on your boy. Although I'd probably get a speeding ticket before I drove it off the lot.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind.
Miles up the sideline, 51-23 here in the fourth. Collingsworth steps into a deep one and knocks it down.
That's 2 for her from deep. Didn't like missing that buzzer beater at the end of the third.
Himes guarded by Miles. Up top to Colburn, able to track it down. Olivia. Over to Durson, good shooter in her own right. Wilson will try one. Short. And the rebound tipped around Colburn. Able to corral it for Southern. Inside Wilson. Ball knocked away, stolen away by Long, and another foul called against Madison Southern. Redrikoff will attack on Colburn.
Really good defense.
Yeah, defense. Colburn with the rejection. Olivia's got good size for her age. I think she's just a freshman as well.
She is, indeed.
Himes going to dribble left. Lay it off to Wilson. Alley. Inside Colburn. Olivia missed the layup. Rebound by Strader. 6:40 to play. Natea. Oh, man, nice little hesitation dribble, and more free throws coming up for the top scorer from Madison Central, Natea Strader.
Most of the time, that's the only way to stop her, Mike. But I think that's why she's attempted so many free throws.
I'm going to ask you, Jamie, when you look at these two teams, obviously, right now the biggest difference is experience, because a lot of these girls that are getting key minutes, you take out French and Hensley, other than Himes and Sandlin, don't forget no Ashland E-Step this year. He's focusing on softball. So that's a lot of younger players who are talented. This is a very talented Madison Southern team. They're just not there yet. And this could be the type of team that builds toward a junior-senior campaign like Madison Central did last year and this year.
Absolutely. I think it's the experience. I think all the issues that we see today will come with that experience. I think Coach Miller received a technical foul there. Not sure why or what happened. Seems to be pretty calm right now as Schrader hits another free throw.
Yeah, I think might have just pointed out the free throw discrepancy here. Free throws for Schrader make it a 35-point lead, which should be a running clock the rest of the way in this game.
Well, I think that goes to another difference that we've seen here is that Central is finishing around the basket unless they are fouled. Southern is anticipating fouls and then missing shots around the basket. So it's see who they call that on. I think it's
Ridrikoff.
Gotta be.
Yep. Offensive foul as he tried to knock it loose. Miles lobbed the pass in there, and Durison stole it and took the brunt of the contact.
So, yeah, finishing around the basket, Southern's really struggled with that and ended up taking a lot of bad shots because they didn't get the contact they expected.
Durison feed inside to Sparks, and it never fails. Once a technical foul happens, even in a 35-point blowout, the officials tighten up their calls. It never fails. Once a technical foul happens on anybody, the officials immediately start to tighten up the game. Inbounds to Sandlin. Lacey going to drive, hits the deck. Not much contact there, and a jump ball called.
That's kind of what I was referring to. I think she was anticipating more contact that she got, and because the shot did look so awkward, she's not going to get that call anyway.
Schrader drives, and free throws coming up once again for Natea with 5:29 to play in the fourth quarter and a 35-point lead. Love seeing some of the former players coming back to support their younger teammates. See Bella Mobley over here along with Tara Wooten, some former Madison Southern players. Schrader's second free throw comes off. Still a 59-23 lead. And that's one thing, I think as a coach, you're always looking for something to correct, even in a blowout win like this. Central got a lot of things they can work on as well. They had a lot of turnovers there in that first half as Lawson knocks down the three. And also free throw shooting. That's something that could really plague you in a tight game. As you said, Central's only played one close game. It was a 5-point win against Montgomery County. But everybody else, they beat by 19 or more, which looks like it's going to be the case again tonight as well.
Corner three.
Man, Emma Kate getting hot. That was actually Bailey Sparks on that one. So back-to-back threes for Southern in the lead down to 30. They might have called that one a 2, Jamie. Nope, it was a 3.
Math's hard, Michael.
It is. That's why I always use my calculadora. And a travel now on Schrader, and Central built that lead, and over the last minute to 90 seconds, not doing a great job of building on it.
I think it's it's a combination of things. It's hard to motivate yourself when you're up 30. Also, Southern especially locked in right now, just trying not to let it escalate any further.
4:17 remaining in the fourth. Durison spins away. Oh, good screen by Sandlin. Let's tell you what, Schrader ran right through it. Wilson kicks it out. Swung over. Schrader sneaks in for the steal and laying it up at the other end.
The anticipation. She knew exactly what was going to happen 2 passes before it happened.
Wilson will try a 3, and on the closeout and the box out, Collingsworth whistled for the foul.
Still got a running clock here. I think Wilson's going to get 3 shots at the free throw line.
3:26 to play. First free throw comes off from Wilson. Second one is coming off as well, and one more for Alley. (61-29). And Wilson knocks down the final of three, so 1 of 3 at the line, and Kirk will check back in for her.
Freshman Abby King in for Central.
Campbell's got it. Trying to beat the pressure. Brittany lays it off to Collingsworth. Steps into another 3 ball. This one comes off long. Another offensive rebound out to Brittany Campbell. Little hesitation dribble, and Collingsworth now with it. Over to King. They swing it to Long. Tiana doing a great job off the bench tonight for Madison Central in double figures. Campbell. Not about a long one. Thinks better of it. Over to Tiana, and now it's back inside to Brittany. Pass out to King. Central just working the clock here with this 31-point lead. Campbell will dribble it back out. Now on the attack inside the paint. Kicked out to King. Swing around to Long. Tiana lays it off to Collingsworth. Now King and a foul against Kirk. That'll be free throws for Central. King's second free throw good as well. It's 63-30. Himes lays it off. Lawson inside to Sandlin. Lacey. Man, nice shot for Sandlin inside over a defender's outstretched arms. 63-32 as we near the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Campbell swinging right to her sister Brooke. Brooke on the drive, lay it off, and nearly stolen away. King on the floater, comes off, and the rebound to Emma Kate. E.K. Lawson with the rebound, and she'll dribble it up for Southern. Sandlin, wide open 3. Good shot for Sandlin. Some garbage baskets late in the game for Lacey Sandlin, going to add to her total. Top scorer for Madison Southern, looking to kind of increase that scoring average. King lays it off to Brooke Campbell. Brooke, backdoor cut. That time the twin telepathy didn't work, Jamie.
Sure that's going to make it an awkward car ride home, Michael.
Brooke thought Brittany was cutting. She thought about it, didn't cut. And now we got 6 players on the floor for Central. I think Brooke Campbell, there she comes, was the last remaining starter in there. She'll come out of the game, and with under a minute to play, it's a 28-point Madison Central advantage. Lady Indians trying to let this one close out.
Also 6 players in for Southern. Let's just go 6-on-6 for this last minute.
I had a hard time scoring 5-on-5. I don't think I could have done it 6-on-6. Himes with it for Southern. Maria over to Lawson. A little head fake. Now finds a teammate in the corner. Always want to see the youngsters fire up a shot. Here's Lawson in the right corner. Had an open teammate, didn't see her. Now gets it back. She'll try one again, and this time it's coming up. Rebound hauled in by Central. 10 seconds left to play, and Coach True tells them to dribble it out. Lady Indians will go to 6-0 on the season. They will remain undefeated. And heading into the holiday season, Madison Central has looked pretty impressive. Of their 6 wins, 5 of them by 19 or more points, including a 28-point win over in-county rival Madison Southern. Step aside for a commercial break. We'll come back and wrap things up from game number 1 here in Richmond. Lady Indians with a big win over Madison Southern on WBON TV.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels!
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back into WBON TV. Jimmy Boggs and Michael Watkins here with you, and glad to have you along. And Jimmy, a blowout win in game number 1. First year head coach Kent Miller kind of getting to experience that Central Southern rivalry on the girls' side for the first time. And now it's Scott Helton, the head coach of Scott County now for the first time, getting to experience the Madison Central Scott County rivalry on the boys' basketball side. And very interesting game when you look back at that girls' side. Obviously, turnover is a huge issue for Southern. We're able to kind of stem the tide in the second half, but a lot of that goes to a running clock as well. Central, who has been so good this year, now 6-0 on the season after a big blowout win.
Yeah, it was a great effort, a great showing by Central. John and I were talking about last week that they're starting off so hot. You want to, of course, you want to peak at the end of the season. That doesn't mean you don't want to start off strong, and they've certainly done that with a lot of room for improvement. So love watching what they're doing. Southern, I think, exposed a lot of issues that they can improve on, and like you said, that team's not whole. So when they are, I think it'll be a different matchup if they play in district tournament.
Yeah, I think, as we said, you can't really judge this Madison Southern team till maybe mid-January. You give them a month or so to play with each other and kind of get out there and kind of expect what Coach Miller expects from them, or know what he expects. This team too, we didn't even mention the fact fact that Josh Curtis, who had been the head coach for the last 3 or 4 seasons, he didn't step aside till right before school started, right at the beginning of school. Went through the whole off season with them, through the summer games and everything. So that also can add into the fact that a lot of things kind of being learned in the early part of the year by Madison Southern.
Right, yeah. Certainly a late start to that. Didn't get to go through summer ball with the head coach, and that's where the work gets done, right? Like season, you're refining. The work gets put in the summer.
Madison Central and Scott County, game number 2 of the nightcap. We'll continue with our pregame coverage and focus on that matchup when we come back. Holiday Hoops on WBON TV. Welcome back in to WBON TV. Scott County, Madison Central now on the boys' side of the nightcap of our doubleheader. Jimmy Boggs, Michael Watkins still with you. And in the first game, Jimmy, we had Kent Miller, longtime head coach, very familiar with the district and the 11th region that Madison Southern plays in, but experiencing that Central-Southern rivalry on the girls' side for the first time. And now it's Scott Helton, who has been the longtime coach at Scott County, but on the girls' side, 20-plus years as the coach there, and now he is the head coach of the boys' program, trying to lead that program in the right direction. You know, there for so many years where Scott County, Madison Central, Billy Hicks, Alan Feldhouse Jr. It was the game to come watch every single year. Last couple of years, those two programs have taken a step back as the Frederick Douglasses and the Great Crossings of the world have made their presence known. But a couple of young teams, Madison Central, 3-2 to start the year. They've got a couple of really good big men inside. And Scott County, a younger team themselves, but trying to get back to where this program once was as well.
Yeah, they're coming in with a record of 2-3. But what I love about both of these programs, they're really playing tough schedules. They're not going out there trying to build a resume. They're not wanting to make their school feel good and have pep rallies. They're wanting to get better, and they're doing that by playing a tough schedule and by playing each other this early in the season.
Yeah, last year would have been the year for Madison Central to maybe schedule a couple of cupcakes, get some guys some confidence. But Coach Feldhouse is not going to do that. Nope. He will play the heavy hitters every single year. I think last year they played like 17 teams that at one point were ranked in the top 25. And already through a week and a half, they've played 2 top 10 teams in GRC and to Bryan Station, lost both of those games. But this team can be very dangerous when it comes March because they've got a couple of guys that can beat you inside and off the dribble in Luke Asher and Jake Feldhouse. And they've got a guy like Cody Morrison who is still trying to find his basketball rhythm after a great senior season playing football, a great wide receiver for the Madison Central football team. He actually received his first offer today from, I believe it was Kentucky Wesleyan. Morrison, a great athlete, and I think Central might need a big game from him and the 2 big men inside if they want to pull away and get a victory over Scott County. Long-time rivalry tonight. Madison Central and the Scott County Cardinals taking place. Tip-off is 6 minutes away. We'll step aside, and we'll come right back on WBON TV.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Whether you're looking for dependability in the game or on the road, Madison County is where you'll find it. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond has the trucks you can depend on and a winning tradition, just like our great local sports teams. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see our lineup of dependable trucks and become part of the winning tradition.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Back here on WBON TV, tip-off 3 minutes away from Madison Central and Scott County. Look at the keys now to the game tonight, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the bypass in Richmond. And Jamie, I think tonight the keys for Madison Central, once again, just keep doing what you're doing. This team's still trying to, build on an early season success. I think they're still looking for that go-to guy, even though Luke Asher has been that, averaging over 22 points a game. But I think some of these young guards, Cam Steele, Goatley, Will Richardson, who's had a 28-point game in the first week and a half, they've got to find some consistency from these young guards to match what they're getting from the big men inside to really be a threat in the 11th region.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They do have some depth there. Like you mentioned, Will, Cam Steele, bring in Joe Powers, Christian Lawson. They've got the inside is solidified. They've got to find the right rotation of guys on the outside to put with them down the stretch of a ball game. Like you said, Will Richardson, really the only senior that's putting up big minutes for them this year, is looking to have a big year.
Junior.
No, he is listed as a junior.
The only senior they have
Cody
is
Morrison. I sit corrected.
And that's the thing about this team. They are young, and they're kind of learning on the fly. Last year, they were kind of thrown into the fire of facing the top teams in the state.
Yeah.
This year, they feel like they are more of a threat. The issue is it's just so hard to match the firepower of a Great Crossing or a Bryan Station or a Frederick Douglass because they have a lot to throw at you. You got a Vince Dawson and a Malachi Moreno, or the athletes that Douglas can throw at you. Same thing with Bryan Station. And although this team is good and talented, athleticism is maybe the one thing that they do lack at that wing position.
Absolutely, and we'll see how they match up with this Scott County team. Again, Scott County coming in with a record of 2-3. Their losses being against Greenwood. Honestly, no clue where that is.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Covington Catholic, obviously always a power program, and Frederick Douglass. So it's not like they're out there losing to poor teams. Wins at East Jessamine and at home against Lafayette.
And for Scott County, they're also a young basketball team. Their top 3 scorers, all underclassmen. You got Colton Helton, Anderson Owens, and Monte Washburn. Their top 3 scorers, all averaging double figures for Scott County. And there's 2 sophomores and a junior in that mix. For Coach Helton, in his first year as the boys head coach, was with the girls program for 20 years or so. He did a great job there. Now he's trying to build the boys program back up to where Billy Hicks once had it.
We're about to get opening introductions here. Again, the second half of doubleheader. We had Central Southern girls basketball earlier, and continues to be a pretty strong crowd here as the Central student section over there taking a nap during the Scott County introductions.
That's one way to prove a point. I love the shenanigans from the pep sections.
It really does make me so happy. That's such a cool experience in high school. It's almost as much fun to see old people yell at them.
And this is the one time where they probably won't get in trouble for taking a nap at school.
Absolutely. May as well take advantage while you can.
Starting lineup for Scott County, Phillip Grimes, junior, averaging 4.4 points per game. Also got number 15, Monte Washburn, one of the top scorers, 13.6 points per game for Washburn, 4.5 rebounds. There's Colton Helton, the top scorer for the Cardinals, averaging over 15 points a game. Greg Skinner, a senior guard, averaging 7 points per game. And the other starter for the Cardinals, that's number 4. And I didn't hear what his name was, did you?
I did not. Trying to not listed on the KHS AA roster. Oh, got Anderson Owens on the roster. Looks like he may not have played yet this season. Maybe he's been injured.
Yeah, Owens, he's been wearing number 44. So he's averaging over 11 points per game. Now the starters for the Madison Central Indians, brought to you by Jerry Goble State Farm Insurance. Sure to like Jerry Goble State Farm on Facebook to learn more about the insurance and all the things that Jerry Goble State Farm can do for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Jerry Goble State Farm Insurance, your local State Farm agent. Starters for the Indians, you got Jake Feldhouse and Luke Asher, the 2 big men, all 6'4", and above. Feldhouse, I think 6'7". That's what they got him listed at. You got the 2 junior guards, Richardson and Cam Steele, and the senior Cody Morrison, the lone senior on the team.
Yeah.
Morrison, again, still trying to find his rhythm on the basketball court. He was the top scorer for the team last year. Had some big games.
Oh, yeah.
He had a 19-point game earlier on this season. And, again, trying to find his own way back into a rhythm on the hardwood after a great senior season at the wide receiver position for the Madison Central football team. Pick up this size advantage between Feldhouse and number 15, Washburn. Feldhouse controls the tip. Owens comes away with it. He'll attempt a long 2 to get us started. Morrison the rebound, and Central now on the attack the other way. It's in the hands of Steele. Bounce pass to Feldhouse. Hands it back off to Steele. They'll lob it up, and Feldhouse will slam it down.
That's
lob action.
Emphatic way to start the ball game, get the crowd into it, and that's pretty intimidating to start a game like that.
Man, what a slam down by Feldhouse. Pass inside, stolen away by Richardson. Will on the attack the other way. Did some cross country during the basketball offseason, trying to keep himself in shape. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it will go to Scott County. Here's the Cardinals with it. Long 3 on the way. Too hard, and Jake, who has been dominant on the boards, will clear the glass, attack the other way, and lay it in.
Averaging over 15 rebounds a game, nearly 16.
Grimes on the attack. He'll lay it in off the glass, and the fast display of offense there for Scott County.
Love the back and forth.
Richardson looking to post up Feldhouse inside. They get it to him, working on Owens. Outlet the steal up top. 3-pointer too hard, and the rebound fought for by a couple of Scott County players. There's a 3 from Steele, way off. Not Steele, it's Helton for Scott County. He missed. And Richardson with it on the left wing for Central. Luke Asher, he'll attack and lost the handle. Helton, outlet to number 15, Washburn. Blocked from behind, but Feldhouse will pick up the personal.
I'm going to send Owens to the line for 2.
Jake's dad, Darren, played at Kentucky. I think he was part of the Unforgettables, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there is nobody better at getting in the ear of the officials than Coach Alan Feldhouse. There is a reason it says Alan Feldhouse Jr. Court on the floor, and you can see right now on the bottom of your screen, 2 minutes into the ball game, and Coach Feldhouse already talking to the official. Outlet to Richardson. Will to Steele. Now to Feldhouse. Richardson open for 3, and it's in and out.
Really good ball movement there by Central, getting the shots they want, just not hitting from outside yet.
There's Washburn. He'll attack baseline. Missed the shot. Feldhouse with another rebound. Bounce pass up to Morrison. Cody to Richardson. He'll lay it in. 6-3 Central lead. Long pass up the floor, and Washburn is fouled. Second time they found Washburn on a quick hitter up the floor. That's one thing Scott County is going to do. They are going to get it out of the net quick and attack the other way. They've done it twice here.
You mentioned that athleticism may be not, trying to be really nice, Central's strong point there. And as much as they're running, they do run the floor well at all 5 positions. I'm also really shocked at Scott County's lack of size.
Yeah.
Don't seem to have a traditional big man in the game.
Yeah, Hilton's only a sophomore. He's probably maybe 6'1". And then Owens is built big, but not really the height.
Right.
That Central can throw at you with the 6'7" Feldhouse and the 6'4", 6'5" Luke Asher. Morrison on the floater. Too hard off the back rim. And here come the Cardinals the other way, down by just 1. Grimes misses the jumper, and there he is. Jake Feldhouse, another rebound. He'll attack the other way. Oh, man! Tried to put a Scott County defender on a poster. Missed the dunk, but there to clean it up is a teammate, Cody Morrison, I believe, with the basket there. Cardinals nearly turn it over. Owens able to corral it, chased it down, and he'll finish with 2 more on the floater inside.
More full court pressure here from Scott County. Doesn't seem to be a problem for Central so far.
Feldhouse lost the handle, poked away, and now Owens will attack the other way. Owens into Asher, and he'll have free throws coming up. And Coach Feldhouse continuing his discussion with the official with the least amount of hair. Now Feldhouse got to be careful early on.
Love that haircut.
You don't want to draw an early technical foul here. And I think Coach Feldhouse just asked him, what was the difference in what happened to Jake on one end compared to what happened to Owens on the other end here?
I don't think he has a good answer.
Second free throw is good. An early substitution for Madison Central. It's going to be Luke Asher checking out. I believe he's already got 2 fouls.
Christian Lawson coming in.
More size. Lawson, backup tight end on the football team, had a great year. Richardson over to Lawson, and he threw it away.
Trying to get it inside to either a cutting steal or Feldhouse.
Scott County on the attack with a 1-point lead, 9-8 your score. Steele knocked that off of a Scott County player, off of Grimes, out of bounds, and it will be Central basketball.
Looks like Scott County is going to continue the pressure. Surprised with the way that Southern's been breaking it.
I was very excited to see Jake Feldhouse play in person. You know, transferred him from Mason County to play for his uncle in his last 2 years. Was a part of the state championship golf team. And that's the thing, Tim, we've seen how good he is on the court already. He's even a better golfer.
Insane.
Than he is at the basketball court. Oh, what a backdoor cut from Morrison. Almost knocked away. Cam Steele says, I'll take that, and cleaned it up for the Indians.
Smooth finish by Steele.
Washburn, another quick hitter. Man, immediately, 2 or 3 seconds following the basket from Steele, Washburn puts the Cardinals right back in front, 11-10.
He's not cherry picking either. He's just getting on the floor.
Feldhouse from deep. It's good. Jake Feldhouse from long range, dialing one up from distance and putting the Indians back in front, make it now 13-11. Washburn thought about trying to answer. Long fadeaway 2 up and in by Skinner. Averaging 7 points a game. And Feldhouse now in the ear of the other official.
Not sure what I think everybody else heard what happened,
yes, yeah.
But I couldn't hear with the headset on.
Well, all I heard Feldhouse say was, yes, he did. Not sure what he was disagreeing or agreeing with the official, but he did not like the non-call there as the Cardinals tie it up at 13. Still working against the defense of Zaire Ray, who just checked in. Looking to post up Lawson. Cam Steele on the drive into
with it.
Man, a pull-up jumper from the junior. Pretty shot from Cam Steele. Here's Helton. With it for the Cardinals. The son of Scott Helton, the head coach.
Scott County bringing in a little bit of size there.
That's number 24, Preston Luckett. It's a nice name, Luckett.
I like it.
Can you imagine being a gambler with the last name Luckett?
I don't think anybody would play against you.
Almost a backcourt violation. No call there by the official. Driving in.
Good take.
Oh, man, nice strong move by Ray off the bench and finishing for 2.
Up over Christian Lawson's extended arm.
Richardson on the drive, turned it over, tried to lay it off for Lawson. Scott County quickly back the other way. Oh, man. 3 Central defenders went up to try and block it, but a tough finish once again by Skinner.
I don't know how he got that over him. That was impressive.
Morrison threw it away. Another Central turnover. Indians cannot hold on to the basketball. Up the floor to Washburn. Skinner with a defender right in his face. Missed it. And it's hauled in by Steele. The other way, he'll attack to Richardson. Open 3. It's good. Second 3 of the game for Central. And once again, Scott County the other way. Washburn floating it up. No this time, but Feldhouse didn't block out. And an easy rebound there for Washburn, and he's able to put it back in. 19-18 Cardinals in front. Morrison over to Feldhouse. Up top, Richardson knocked one down a moment ago, and over in the hands of Steele now. He'll drive, lay it off to Richardson. Morrison swings it over to Feldhouse. And turned over. Feldhouse was trying to hit Lawson, and another steal by the Cardinals. Helton can't finish at the other end, and Madison Central back the other way. Jake out to Richardson, knocked one down from there just a moment ago. Not this time. Lawson the rebound, had it stripped away, but a foul. And this time it's going to be against Scott County.
That's the call I think Coach Feldhouse was looking for earlier. He sent Lawson to the line. 5 for 9 from the charity stripe on the season.
First free throw, no good. Couple of subs checking in for the Indians. Goatley and now Powers into the game for Madison Central. So now even more size and length into the game for the Indians. Powers, Jamie, if you've seen Powers shoot, it may be one of the most funky shots you've ever seen, but it's going to go in the majority of the time. There's Grimes. Man, it traveled with it, I thought. Yeah,
yep.
There's the whistle and the turnover.
Good defense there by Powers. Been coaching baseball against him since he was about 6 years old. Phenomenal athlete, good kid. Plays so hard on the basketball court.
Here's Goatley to Feldhouse. Jake on the drive. Man, left it short or lost the handle on it, got it back, and is able to finish and draw the foul. Feldhouse so nonchalantly just driving in, lost the handle, and that's one thing I think about Jake. When talking to him, I interviewed him a couple of times with the golf team, watching him play basketball here. He doesn't seem to have a lot of intensity to him. Obviously not as much as his uncle has, but he is still just so talented, and I think that's one thing that Coach Feldhouse is trying to get out of him. Let's coach him hard. Let's get on to him, and let's make Jake a better player. Here's Morrison.
Too strong with it.
With the rebound, outlet to Powers, saves it to Feldhouse. Kick it around to Goatley for 3. It's good. 3 Indians have knocked down a pair of threes. Central on top, 25-19. A 7-0 run here by Madison Central. Grimes can't change it, and a over-the-back call against the Cardinals. Luckett will pick up the personal foul, and he'll come out of the ball game as Owens will re-enter for the Cardinals. Powers into Goatley. Ricky double teamed, finds Lawson. Lawson out to Powers, swing over to Morrison. 18 seconds left to play. Now Powers with it. Joe hands it off to Goatley. Ricky, good shooter. Also one of them Good young players for Madison Central. He'll get it back here, swing it over to Powers, right corner. Feldhaus, deep three, defender running out, does not matter. And at the end of one, it's Madison Central 28, Scott County 19. Feldhaus leading the way for the Indians after one on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Great first quarter for Madison Central, and what a close to it. They were down 19-18 at one point. Jamie closed it on a 10-0 run, and a great job on that last possession of holding the ball, finding the right shot, and doing a great job of setting up Feldhaus for that three. What a first quarter for him, leading the way offensively. And as we start the second quarter, they try to feed it to him again, trying to force feed it in there from Powers. It's turned over, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Feed inside to Grimes. He's looks good there in the first quarter, not this time. Powers up high for the rebound. Long pass up to Goatley. Goatley to Lawson. Feldhaus in. Missed the dunk. And Cody Morrison's got it for the Indians. Powers will settle in for a three. Comes off. Lawson the rebound and the putback.
Got to box out if you're Scott County there. This team's good enough offensively without second chances, as that extends their lead to 11. Luke Asher, the leading scorer on this team, hasn't scored.
Here's Grimes with it for the Cardinals. And there with Pelton, Owens, Washburn, and Skinner. Here's Owens stepping back for the long two on the baseline. Missed it. Pelton had the rebound, but it was deflected out by Cody Morrison. Yeah, Asher was 0 for 1 there in the first quarter. Feldhaus 13 points, 6 rebounds after one. Ball comes into Helton in the corner. Deflected, knocked away by Powers right there defensively. Feed inside to Grimes, who finds Owens. Lost him, might have got a piece of it. Here come the Indians back the other way. Goatley. What a feed inside. Feldhaus leans in for 2 more. Give him now 15 points through 10 minutes of action. What a start to the game for Jake Feldhaus.
And doing it from everywhere. Finishing inside really well. Has also hit a couple threes.
Grimes on the attack. Goatley, good defense. There's a whistle on the drive, and that'll be against Goatley.
I think they called that on the floor. Asher coming back in.
Lost him some good minutes off the bench. Good energy guy. Inbounds to Helton in the corner. Over to Ray, who just checked back in. And we got a rebound by Richardson. He's fouled by Owens. And Central with a 13-point lead, 32-19. Asher will inbound. Comes into Goatley. Goatley working on Ray. Bounce pass to Feldhaus, top of the key. Hands it off to Powers. Now over to Asher. Open is Asher. Didn't take the shot this time. Instead will drive it, hang, and finish. Luke Asher with a nice move. And for Scott County, they cannot find a stop to this run. Ray drives. Goatley, really good defense, and finally the long drought for Scott County comes to a close.
Really strong finish there.
Feldhouse has it baseline. Out to Asher. Luke will dribble in, spin in. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Easy call there for the official. And
picked up another quick one. He's going back to the bench.
Lawson will have to check right back in. That time, I didn't think Asher really even needed to do that. Once he spun in the lane, he had about a 5 or 6 inch advantage on the defender that was on him. Could have just shot over top of him. Instead, ends up back on the bench with a 3rd personal foul. Here's Hilton in the left corner. Stolen away, and Hilton will pick up the personal as Goatley got the steal. Pass over to Richardson. Will. Bounce pass to Feldhouse. Jake, elbow jumper. Left it short this time, and a foul called against Scott County, I believe, and it's going to go against Owens for the clear out.
That's 2 on him this quarter. Let's see if he stays in the game.
Goatley will inbound. Feldhouse wide open, and he draws the foul. That's another foul on Owens.
That's 2 fouls within 2 seconds.
Feldhouse missed the layup, upset himself for that, but he will get a pair of free throws because of it. Coach Hilton asking for an explanation from the official. Got one, and Jake Feldhouse will step up back to the free throw line. 15 points, misses the free throw. Yeah, insane numbers for the junior, Jamie, and obviously making the decision. Had a good sophomore year at Mason County last year. Was their top scorer and rebounder. Man, missed both free throws. Scott County actually got away with one there. I think Skinner stepped on the baseline when he got the rebound. There's a kick out. Grimes for 3. Way off. Rebound. Hauled in by Lawson. Outlet to Goatley. Central has numbers. Goatley lays it off to Powers. He'll drive in. Out to Lawson. Lawson lost it. It's still loose, and Washburn grabs it for the Cardinals. Reverse layup. Won't go. And Goatley with a good job to tip it over to himself. Central once again with the numbers advantage on the other end. Goatley trailing the play. 3. Comes off. And now Lawson called for the over-the-back foul. Cam Steele and Cody Morrison set to re-enter. Goatley and Powers back to the bench for the Indians.
Again, with some of the depth, they've gone to the bench several times and really haven't seemed to miss a beat on either end of the floor.
Here's Skinner. Over to Grimes. Still there defensively. Hilton. Over to Skinner. Thought about a 3. Now over to Washburn. Open 3-point.
Oh, that looks like a good shot off his hand.
Missed the 3-point attempt, and here comes Morrison. Attacking, reversing, and scoring for 2. Cody Morrison with the reverse. And a 36-21 lead. Central has blown it open here early in the second quarter. Missed 3-point attempt again by the Cardinals.
Scott County about to shoot themselves out of the game.
Cam Steele, bounce pass into Feldhouse. Jake missed a layup, but once again will get free throws. And Coach Hilton doesn't like the call there as Jake Feldhouse will once again step up to the free throw line where just a few trips ago, Jamie, he went 0 for 2 at the free throw line.
He did. Looked like really good defense there from Skinner. Looked like hands were up. Maybe he caught him with the body. When you're as big and as aggressive as Feldhouse is, you're going to draw those calls.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was a ton of contact on the spin.
Did that hurt when you just did half a spin move?
I'm at that age where everything hurts.
Rutledge in for Scott County.
Feldhaus knocks down a pair and then hits the deck himself. 38. Oh, yeah, Coach Feldhaus. Jake was supposed to be up at the front of the press, and that's one thing about Coach Feldhaus. He does not play favorites. There's a 3 at the other end for the Cardinals.
Rutledge straight off the bench and into three-point land.
Richardson.
Woo. Yeah, great catch by Will.
That was heading into the fans area there. Oh, what a move by Cam Steele. Missed the layup, and Lawson couldn't track down the loose ball.
Horn coming in. Scott County getting a little deeper into their bench.
So Feldhaus at the top of that 1-2-2 full court press. Washburn inbound to Grimes. Cam Steele almost got the deflection. Helton on the drive. A lot of contact there, but missed it. And the rebound put back up and in by the Cardinals. That's Horn on the putback.
The last two guys they brought in have gone straight to the box score there.
40-26. Feldhaus adds 2 more to his total. 2:42 remaining. Washburn, long pass up. Rutledge, who knocked down one a moment ago, makes it 2 for 2.
Rutledge hasn't hit the rim.
Central back the other way. Feldhaus driving, spinning. 2. No, that one came off. And Helton clears it out for the Cardinals. Helton, man, steps into a long 3, and he knocks one down. Scott County has found a rhythm offensively. Down by just 8. Richardson trying to stem the tide for the Indians. A Cody Morrison 3 comes off, and the Cardinals back the other way. Ball was kicked by Feldhaus back to Morrison. Central will regain possession. Feldhaus for 3 from the right side. Short, and Helton able to clear it out. Bounce pass over to Grimes. Whoa, behind the back.
Showtime.
Getting fancy with it. Grimes to Washburn for 2. And the Central lead trimmed all the way down to 6. Feldhaus lays it off for Steele. Cam almost turned it over. Richardson gets it back. Morrison, he'll drive in. Cody bouncing off the defender. Couldn't finish, and the Cardinals another chance to cut into that lead. It was 36-21 just a moment ago. A 15-point lead has been cut down to 6, and Scott County trying to cut even further into that advantage.
And it has happened so quickly.
Rutledge didn't fire away there. Helton might go for it. He's picked up by Morrison. Over to Grimes. He'll try one from deep. Short, and the rebound to Lawson. Lawson's played well off the bench for Madison Central. Steele lays it off to Lawson. Clark drives, missed it. Are you serious, Clark?
That's your fault.
Rutledge, 2 more for him. I can't believe you didn't get my reference there.
Oh, I got you.
You got it. Okay,
vacation,
all right.
Yeah. I just don't think I can say anything else Cousin Eddie says.
It is so fast. The action, fast-paced here in the first half. 40-36. Half a minute to play in the second quarter. Richardson feeding inside to Feldhaus. Out to Steele. 3 good, and Central
big shot for Central.
Needed that one. 14 seconds to play. Helton's got it, picked up by Morrison defensively. Scott County has battled all the way back. Helton will drive, layup blocked by Feldhaus. The putback will not go, and with 0.6 seconds left.
I think Coach Helton's trying to ask for a goaltend since they slapped the glass and it affected the second shot.
Under a second to play, Feldhaus will come out for this last tick on the clock. Morrison.
Up to Morrison, knocked away by Helton.
Man, a fast and furious first half will come to an end. Scott County battled their way back, once down by 15, down by just 8 at the close of the second quarter. We'll be right back with a halftime report. Don't go anywhere, folks. What a first half here in Richmond on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, It's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here to Richmond on WBON TV. Jimmy Boggs and Michael Watkins here with you on the call. And Jimmy, what a first half there for really Madison Central. They had a 15-point lead, but a great close by Scott County there late in the second quarter to cut a 15-point deficit down to just 7. And that is because a big 3 by Cam Steele put it to a 7-point advantage. Had it all the way down to 4 with the basketball and couldn't cut any further into it. But Scott County still in this game after a half, down 43-36. Fast-paced action back and forth there in the first 16 minutes.
For about 11 of those minutes, it was all Madison Central. Jake Feldhouse doing anything he wanted to do. He has 19 and 6 at the half. Yeah. Had 6 and 0 in the second quarter. So they definitely, whatever changed there in the second quarter defensively for Scott County made a big difference. And they started hitting shots. They brought in Rutledge, hit 2 quick threes, and then
still hit one.
Helton hit
one. Yeah,
deep
that
one.
was.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think when you look at the way these two teams have played. Scott County doing it from the outside. Madison Central obviously hitting a few threes, but the majority of their damage came there in the paint. Madison Central doing a good job of taking care of the basketball in that second quarter, but turnovers were an issue. 9 turnovers there in the first half for the Indians, only 4 for Scott County. Got to clean that up. You talked about maybe what changed by for Feldhouse there in the second quarter. I think he might have got a little bit winded, Jamie. The action was back and forth, fast-paced. Scott County, as soon as Central scored, they were getting it out of the net and throwing it up the floor. And that may have wore Feldhouse down a bit there in that first half. But still a huge first half for him, 19 and 6. Cam Steele, 7 points. Played very well there in the first half. Richardson had 5. 4 for Cody Morrison, 3 for Goatley, and 3 for Lawson off the bench as well. The top scorer for Madison Central, averaging over 22 points per game. Just 2 there in the first half. Luke Asher played with foul trouble. We'll see if the Indians can get him going in half number 2. As for Scott County, led by Washburn's 10, 8 for Rutledge off the bench, and all of those came in a quick 3-minute stretch for him. Where was he at? Got to get him some more playing time probably in the second half.
I think so, especially when you struggle to get going offensively. He was really the spark that got that going. And the players you mentioned for Madison Central, Lawson, how many points did he have? He just had a couple baskets, but the minutes, the defense, the rebounding, he and Joseph Powers and Ricky Goatley did a great job off the bench. Provided good minutes, and Southern still has a solid lead, but go into the locker room a little bit on their heels.
Yeah, Central 43-36. We'll pause for another commercial break. We'll be right back to Richmond on WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels!
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Back here on WBON TV. And real quick, Jamie, I got a text. I wanted to get this out there. The Madison United Soccer Association is currently having registration. It's open now through January 31st. If you're interested in signing your young one up for soccer here in Madison County, check out the musasoccer.com website. That's musasoccer.com. Once again, registration is now open through January 31st. Email rec, that's REC at musasoccer.com for any questions. I'm out of breath. That's a long walk.
That is a long walk. I got you. Yeah, really good, huge organization. Offer opportunities for rec. Obviously, that's for the rec league. Also, manage some travel soccer. So a lot of football.
Did you play any soccer in your day?
Never in my life. Believe it or not, I think soccer just now made it to Harlan like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, good. Yeah, I played when I was younger, and then when I got older, I realized I'm not a big fan of running.
That's a lot of running. And that's exactly what Scott County was doing to stay in this game.
Look at that transition. That's a professional transition you just did. John Bailey could never.
Ever.
Hope he's not listening. He'll beat me up.
Got a nice beard,
bigger than I am. He does have a nice beard. 43-36. Scott County with the possession to start the third quarter, down by 8. And Washburn trying to get a screen. He does from Owens. And a little confusion out there for Scott County, Jamie, as they begin this drive. Washburn says, "Get out of my way." They do, and he proceeds to turn it over back to Madison Central to start the third quarter.
And he went at Asher. You wonder if that's to add to the foul trouble. And Asher, quick hands. He did reach, but got all ball.
Tell you, what does it say about the Indians as Central now turns it over? What does it say about Madison Central that their top scorer, averaging over 22 points per game, scored 2 points and played 4 minutes there in the first half, and they still, at one point, had a 15-point lead.
Got to feel good about things if you're in that position.
Here's Washburn over to Owens. Skinner on the drive. Lays it off to Hilton, and there's a whistle.
And call that on the floor.
That'll be called against number 10. That is Cam Steele. Hilton will inbound for the Cardinals. Skinner back to Washburn. He'll get a screen from Owens. Now right side, Grimes has it for Scott County, and he threw it away. Feldhouse has got it for the Indians. Oh, nice feed over to Morrison, who lays it in. 45-36, under 7 minutes to play. Man, Grimes from long range. Man, he shot that one from almost in Berea. Missed the triple, and Cam Steele feed out to Morrison. Cody on the drive, hangs, might have got it blocked. And Richardson still in the outlet pass. Central with numbers. Richardson steps into a three and knocks it down. Beautiful shot from Will Richardson.
Scott County Coach Helton over there telling them to push it.
And they did, and Feldhouse stepped in for the steal. Asher drives and lays it in.
7 quick points.
Helton can't answer, and the ball deflected out of bounds. You know what I'm going to do, Jamie? If you can shoot like Will Richardson with a mustache like that, I'm going to let mine grow out and shave everything off and just go with the stash. Cam Steele with a layup.
All the way to the bucket.
52-36, and just like that, as quickly as Scott County cut into it in the third quarter, Central adds right back to it up to 16 as Owens able to get inside and finish.
Really strong finish over the taller defender there.
Richardson thought about another three here, and they were going to let him shoot that.
He had the space.
Asher will try it. And Luke Asher hits every part of the rim. They call that the shooter's touch. It finally finds a seat down inside the rim, and Scott County can't answer. Jake Feldhouse the rebound. Feldhouse on the drive, hanging, finishing, the hoop, the harm, and the free throw to come for Jake Feldhouse.
Picking up the way he started out the first quarter, running the floor, getting buckets in transition, getting the defense on their heels. And this lead's going to go from 7 to maybe 20 in 3 minutes.
Yeah. What a spurt by the Indians. Basketball is a game of runs. We've all known that. And Central in the midst of another big one. Free throw no good. Richardson back up, and a 4-point possession to make it a 21-point Madison Central lead. And just like that, Morrison steps in for a steal. And everything going wrong right now for the Cardinals.
Scott County looking to go fast, maybe a little bit too fast.
And the pep section giving it to Helton right now.
Tried to back tip with a full.
Morrison.
Same thing again, didn't get it.
Helton tried to stop him. I think he might have even intentionally or tried to intentionally foul him. No call. Morrison with the basket, and now it's the other way. Helton lost his footing. Spinning inside, and now Helton, and that's going to be a technical foul on Helton. Has to be. And Coach Helton will not like that. See if we can get that replay gauge. As Coach Helton is livid with this official. Richardson was standing over top of him. And
could have been called an intentional trip, but Coach Helton thinks that Richardson goaded him into it.
Helton, just a sophomore, you can tell the fans and everything kind of weighing in on him right now, starting to get to him just a bit. Really good basketball player. Right now, the antics of the crowd, I think, starting to get to the young basketball player out there for Scott County. 61-38, man. Central has ballooned this lead out to 23. And with possession, Feldhouse has got it over to Asher. Crosses over, gets in the lane. Baseline, man, tough shot, won't go. Cam Steele fought for it, couldn't get it, and the Cardinals back the other way. Washburn lays it off for Helton. His floater, too hard, and the rebound to Grimes. He'll drive in, lay it off to Owens, and his floating attempt is good. Feldhouse. Steele had a great idea. Feldhouse kind of snuck in there behind the defense, but could not get away and control the pass from Steele. Turned over, and now the Cardinals have a chance to cut into that lead once again. Grimes gets a screen, kicks it out to Washburn. 61-40.
Owens calling for it. The taller Asher now got him behind him.
Owens spins in the lane, lifted short. Asher there to claim the loose ball and the rebound. Central will slow it down as Steele tries to get it to Feldhouse. He does. Wide open. Richardson open for three. Good. Will Richardson from long range. 64-40 Indians. Washburn can't answer. Ball deflected. It'll stay with the Cardinals.
In and out there from Washburn again. Always quick in transition back to his basket. A couple subs coming in here for Central.
64-40, and Morrison and Cam Steele will have a seat. Here's Skinner. Feed it over to Washburn. Now Helton gets loose. Powers there defensively. Knocked away by Feldhouse. Richardson gets through to the defenders and lays it in. 66-40, and things have fallen apart for the Cardinals here in the third quarter.
That really escalated quickly, Michael.
Yeah, they were down 43-36. They've scored 4 points in Central. A 23-point third quarter with still 3 minutes to play.
Good pass there by Owens. Corner three, no good.
Goatley clears it out. Ricky on the attack, lays it off for Asher. Luke lays it in. 68-40, and the Cardinals have let this one get away.
Of note, they have given up the lead and gotten in this position without calling a timeout, Michael.
Yeah, that's true. They have just let it kind of play out. Washburn over to Skinner for a long three. It's good. As Feldhouse came running out, unable to get a piece of it. And Skinner knocks down the long ball. 68-43, 25-point lead for Madison Central.
I think at some point in the middle of that, you have to give your guys a break. You can tell defensively they've let down just a little bit. I'm not saying they're giving up, but it's hard to keep playing hard.
It all happened kind of so fast, Jamie, as Feldhouse drives in. We got a blocking foul. They got to count that basket. If they're going to call a blocking foul, you have to count that shot. Let's see what the officials come together to say here.
He also lost the ball, took 2 steps and caught it. I don't see Helton arguing, but I think that needs to be a on the ground.
And here on the replay,
interesting.
he did catch it. Yeah, you're right.
Interesting handling of what happened there. Coach Helton not saying anything, so I'll just assume I'm wrong.
So Goatley will trigger it in for Central. Will come into Feldhouse in the left corner. Richardson, man, wide open once more, and once more. He'll dial it up from long range. 71-43 Indians all over the Cardinals. Skinner will try to answer. Can't do it. Powers the other way. Bounce pass to Feldhouse. Able to track it down, get the defender in the air. Layup good. Free throw coming for Jake Feldhouse. Indians 73, Cardinals 43. A 30-point lead for Madison Central. And Asher set to check in, going to get his fellow front court mate following the free throw. 74-43 Indians. A big night for Jake Feldhouse, the junior big man for the Indians, and we'll see if his night might possibly be done.
I am just blown away at how this has gotten out of hand in a major way so quickly.
Richardson to Asher. Luke hangs, double pumps, scores. Everything going the Indians' way. Richardson, another deflection. Will, known for his shooting, but playing some good defense here in the third quarter. It's a 33-point Madison Central lead.
Doing a little bit of everything, picking up in the back court. Scott County struggling to find an answer for anything.
Skinner inside. Man, tough shot over Richardson's defense. 76-45. We dip under 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Asher spins, fades away, can't get it to fall, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Oh, nice kick out Skinner. On the drive, had it blocked from behind, but still able to score. Man, Will Richardson is everywhere right now. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Goatley will bring it up the floor. Ricky on the attack. Quick shot. And the Indians unable to add to that lead. Helton, elbow jumper. Short. And the ball knocked out of the hands of Luckett off his foot, out of bounds. And the Indians get it back. Coach Feldhouse comes up and points out one shot. I think they're going to bring out, they're going to get Richardson here for a quick breather. What a great third quarter for Will Richardson. 76-47. They'll come inbounds to Powers, back over to Asher. Luke working against the defense of Grimes. Over to Powers, now Morrison. Cody gets a screen from Lawson, doesn't use it, goes baseline, now spins away. Out to Powers for three. No, and the third quarter comes to an end. What a third period it was. Indians were on top by 8 at the half, and after 3, they lead it by 19, make it 29. Excuse me, over the Scott County Cardinals on WBON TV.
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
A big third quarter by Will Richardson. 13 points for him in the quarter, 18 now for the game, and he knocked down 3 triples in that third period to help Madison Central extend that lead out to 29 points. What a third quarter of hoops for the Indians as they get back to work here. It's Cody Morrison on the right wing. Passed over to Asher. Luke. Out to Morrison on the left wing. He'll look inside to Lawson. Lawson double teamed. Finds Asher open now on the left wing once again. Asher inside Lawson. Swing it around. Goatley open for three.
Great ball movement.
And Lawson hits the deck. Ball still loose. Helton finally able to corral it. Goatley got a piece. Luckett with the basketball blocked. Goatley came right back into the play to get the rejection. Asher attacking and scoring more for the Indians.
So much hustle across the board.
Luke Asher extends the lead out to 31. Grimes on the drive, missed it. Lawson outlet to Asher. Luke again finishing, count and a foul.
33-point lead for the Indians.
And Asher, after a very quiet first half.
He had 2 at halftime. He had
11. He had 9 points there in the third quarter, and now a chance to get point number 5 here in the fourth quarter. Missed the free throw. 80-47.
It's funny, going to the fourth quarter, 29-point lead. If you watch Coach Feldhaus's face during his between quarter speech, you would have thought they were down 10. The intensity does not stop.
Ray on the three-point attempt. He'll knock one down. 80-50 now, Central. Lawson to Morrison. Cody cuts and lays it in. Man, Scott County has just given up defensively. Central getting what they want when they want it. A Ray three-point attempt comes off. Powers a good box out. Almost forgot to go check down the rebound. And now it's Luke Asher. You don't see it very often where your starting power forward is bringing the ball up the floor, but Asher did there. Ball deflected. Powers with it, double teamed. Lawson tries to drive baseline. He's double teamed. Ball swung around. Oh, what a feed. Morrison, he tried to dunk it, got his own rebound and lays it in. Long pass, Lawson with the steal. And now Morrison over to Goatley. Scott County trying to go too fast now. Goatley on the reverse and a running clock the rest of the way. Lawson again, this time deflects it off his back. Owens hits the deck, and man, this one has gotten way out of hand. Coach Helton will clear the bench. And one of the Scott County assistants is all over Grimes as he comes off the floor.
Talbert and Amongo seeing their first action of the game.
Mongo will throw it in. He'll get it back on the pass. And the shot blocked by Powers. It's loose. Feldhaus trying to get it. He just checked back into the game. Feed inside. Blocked by Lawson. Morrison on the attack, and he'll lay it in. Cody got up high. We'll count that as a dunk. 88-50 Indians. Cardinals get the jumper off. Comes off. This time it's Talbert with the miss. Cam Steele and Richardson set to re-enter. Goatley.
I think I may be a little too conservative in these situations. You're up 38 in the fourth quarter. I maybe get the starters a little break. As the starting five minus
Asher
in the game right now.
Kick out Richardson. Three-point attempt. Comes off.
And it's really a matter of avoiding injury.
Yeah, you're right.
More so than, like, keep playing hard, absolutely.
Lawson lays it in.
A really good job gathering himself off the loose ball. Now it's a 40-point lead.
90-50. So foul inside. Yeah, you got to wonder how long Coach Feldhaus will let these guys stay in. Luke Asher going to check back into the game. A running clock, 3.5 to play, and The starting five back into the game as Asher subs in for Lawson. Ball in the hands of Rutledge. He'll drive in the paint. Lay it off to Imongo. Imongo's pass stolen away by Richardson. Will over to Cam Steele. Steele to Feldhouse. Pump fake, drives into the lane and lays it in. Feldhouse adds to his total, 92-50.
When he drives, it's not like a lumbering big man going to the basket. He's able to move through traffic without a body control foul.
Central about to bring in the subs and clear out their own bench.
Goatley, Jaggerham, Peyton Hager, Caden Morris, and Carter Heyer.
Heyer, another one of those football players. And Carter able to track it down here in the corner. Bounce pass to Goatley. Ricky got the defenders up in the air, missed the layup, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Goatley will pick up the foul with 2:04 and a running clock here for Madison Central.
Neither team close to the bonus here. So we'll keep playing ball.
Pass out to Imongo. He'll set the screen. And got a whistle foul called against the Indians.
He's going to call that a shooting foul. Ray's going to go to the line. Be the first free throws he's attempted this game.
Central gets a nice win here at home. They'll be back at home Friday night, taking on the Madison Southern Eagles. A little rivalry action there on a Friday night. Eagles trying to find their own rhythm early on in the season, Jamie. A nice backdoor cut. Ball got loose, fighting for it, and it's finally hauled in by Talbert. It'll stay with the Cardinals under a minute to play now.
Really behind the back battle there for Caden Morris.
Central and Madison Southern square off. A game again taking place on Friday night. Three-pointer up, comes off, put back up, and again, no good for Scott County. Goatley's got it. Long outlet pass to Heyer. Tried to save it and goes out of bounds.
Southern coming off a loss last night.
Franklin County, right?
Yep. Looking to get back on track.
Yeah, we got a nice win over the weekend against Model. And Casey Nabi will have to have a big night Friday against this Indians team. I'm not sure Southern will have the size to contend with the Indians. That game is going to take place on Friday night. Couple of wins tonight, though, for Madison Central. The girls knock off Madison Southern. The boys knock off Scott County. And a big win on their home floor as they knock off the Cardinals by 40, 92-52, your final score. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. Be right back, folks. Do not go anywhere. WBON TV is here for some more Holiday Hoops action.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Back here on WBON TV, going to wrap up the action from tonight where the Indians defeat Scott County 92-52, your final score. What a great night for hoops here in Richmond if you're an Indians fan, with the girls knocking off Madison Southern and Madison Central's boys knocking off Scott County. Both games going to a running clock, and pretty impressive showing by the Indians. 3 guys, make it 4 guys in double figures, led by Jake Feldhaus, 26 points. And what are we doing? What a night. Only 8 rebounds? He's slacking tonight, Jamie.
Yeah.
Only half his average on the rebound category.
He had 13 and 6 at the half, so that is he didn't get as many rebounds in the second half there. But, I mean, his offensive production the first quarter and the third quarter were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Putting the team on his back, running the floor, sharing the ball. Really, really big night. And, man, the second half was just unbelievable. They won the second half by 33 points because they were leading by 7 and won by 40.
They put a blitz on in that third quarter and just pulled away and never looked back. What an impressive showing by Madison Central. Will Richardson, a big part of that huge third quarter. He had 13 points in the third quarter alone, 18 for the game, 4 rebounds for him and 3 assists. Also had 5 steals, playing some great defense. Talked about Feldhaus's game. He also had 6 assists himself, almost a near triple-double for the junior big man. 15 points for Luke Asher, and only 15 minutes was played with foul trouble. Really good night for him.
13 of those in the second half. He only had 2 at the half.
And 14 points for Cody Morrison, who also had 7 rebounds. So everybody getting involved. 9 points for Cam Steele, 5 for Goatley off the bench, and 5 points, 7 rebounds for Christian Lawson as well. Central showed how deep they can be. Really impressed with just how they were able to. They had a second quarter run and a third quarter run that could show the potential of this team when they've got everybody clicking.
And it's obvious. This is my first time seeing him play. It's obvious they can score in a variety of ways. Yes, Feldhaus had a huge game as the big man, but he wasn't posting up. He was running the floor.
Yeah.
He was shooting from the outside. I'm sure they can go in the post if they need to, but they didn't do that today, even though they were facing a smaller team. And just really impressive across the board. Especially defensively. They did have a lot of turnovers in the first half. I think they had 10.
Yeah, 14, only 4 in the second half.
So they cleaned a lot of that up.
Indians with a big win, and they'll be right back here on their home floor taking on Madison Southern. A little rivalry renewed there as well on Friday night. The Indians and the Eagles coming up this Friday, and that game will air live on WBON TV. If you can, get out and watch that one. I would recommend you do so. If not, Jamie Boggs and Chris Racer will have the call for you on Friday night for another Madison Central, Madison Southern affair. For our producer, Jamie Boggs, and our cameramen, Aiden Mills and Jacob Beck, he is Jamie Boggs. I'm Michael Watkins. Folks, we hope you have a great rest of your holiday season. While you're out and about, be sure to check out all the great radio stations with Wallingford Broadcasting, 100.7 The Coyote, 106.7 The Pinnacle, playing some great Christmas music for you right now.
Yep.
And be sure to tune in each weekday at 5 p.m. for the WBON TV The Live at 5 newscast, where we cover all the local news in the area for you. A weather report, a sports report, everything you can think of right here in Madison County. I have it for you each day at 5 o'clock on WBON TV. If you're watching on TV, we'll get you back to your regularly scheduled programming if you're watching on the stream. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Jamie, anything else to say?
Yeah. See you Friday. It's going to be Michael Free Friday.
There you go. So make sure you tune in. I will be as well. Thanks for watching, folks. WBON TV.